watching Magus Supreme. Comment, follow, share, save, like, subscribe, get notified. The Black Cube Codex, Saturn exposed, sovereignty restored, Chakra Doctor .xyz. Taurus money algorithms. Bulldoze money into your life today. Chakra Doctor .xyz.
I told you we'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time. And plenty of souls to eat.
It's just the law. Black people are slaves and white people own them. That's just the way it is. I know.
What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. We waiting for Duane to come back, to come on through this thing. Let me take off I got it on my, do not disturb. Hold up, make sure. All right, hold on, man. I'm waiting on Duane to come in right now. As we're waiting on Duane to come in, man, y'all make sure y'all check out these intros and such and such. Hold on, let me cut on my camera. Let me get all this together. Sorry for the tardiness, but the show must go on. Testing, 1, 2. Can anybody hear me? If you can't hear me, let me know and I'll get my people on that. What's up to all the supporters? What's up to all the haters? What's up to all my haters, man? And your haters will make you famous too. Your haters will make you famous too. Hold on. What? I'm waiting on Duane, but we're gonna crank that Soldier Boy before Duane get in here. All right, boom. Everybody can hear me. What it do? What it does? What it is? What it was? You already know. All praises be to the great grand holy mother of all divine. All praises be to the goddess Ajay Shaluga. All praises be to the goddess Neith Yamaya. All praises be to the sacred feminine. All praises be to the mamas. All praises be to the ladies. All praises be to the women. All praises be to the daughters. All praises be to the aunties. All praises be to the wives, spouses, girlfriends, mistresses, side pieces. All praises be to my bitches. All praises be to my hoes. All praises be to the great grand holy mother in all of her many forms. She has many forms, and those forms are infinite and eternal. She is the nothingness that allows all something to exist. Understand, I would not be here giving you this live stream. I would not be here doing this if it were not for she. So for that, I have to always make sure that I state that as an open fact to anybody who's listening to this. And I represent the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine. I am the Supreme High Magus of the Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother of All Divine. And it's been a long time coming, man. And so now we're in a different era, in a different age, where the God body or the body of Christ must be expanded upon, must be expounded upon in the body of Christ. So let's break down that body of Christ real quick before Duane get in here. Before Duane get in here, y'all completely missed what the body of Christ was. And the body of Christ is Christ consciousness, right? The body of Christ is Christ consciousness. But what is Christ and what is Christ consciousness? Well, last time I checked, Christ is God, right? God, or Christ is the word, God, right? Christ lives in you. It said, greater is he that lives in me than he that lives in the world, right? And then the Bible, y'all come on in, Duane coming in soon. And if he not, I'm gonna hurry up and get up off here and call him so he can come in here, because he told me to start it for 9 o'clock. So I'm starting for 9 o'clock. So comment, follow, share, save, like, get notified. And so when you think about the body of Christ, nobody thinks about where did they get that concept from. There's only one supreme body that we eat every day, and that's Mother Earth. Every day we're eating Mother Earth's coochie. Tell me I'm lying. Somebody eating an apple, somebody eating an orange, somebody eating a pear, somebody eating a plum, somebody is drinking some juice, natural and cold pressed. Somebody is completely meditating and grounding themselves with their bare feet in the soil. Somebody is growing something from Mother Nature. Show me at what point of life are we not partaking in Mother Nature? Every bird, every bee, every tree, every mammal, insect, you name the creature. What creature doesn't have to abide by nature? Nature is all around us. She is all around us. But we take her for granted, not knowing that we partake of her body every day. So I just had to make sure I pay that homage and to the great grand holy mother of all divine, man. We are a polytheistic church. For those who don't know, polytheism means that we believe that there are many concepts of God, many consciousness of God, and that consciousness is omnipresent. And because that consciousness is omnipresent, it is not exempt from goddess. So we, in today's time as a church, we like to focus on the forgotten principles of life. And the forgotten principles of life is the principle of the goddess and the principle of magic, the principle that the government use on you every day, but you too scared to use it because you too hooked on milk and Jesus, and you too stuck on what white folk telling you. You too stuck on what white folk telling you. A lot of y'all can't even begin to wake up because a lot of y'all got to go wake up and answer to the white boy every day. Let's get some things clear. If you go on my Instagram right now, if you go on my Facebook, Church of the Great Grand Holy Mother Facebook right now, you see me. I teach Caucasians the truth of who they are. And who are they? Caucasians are the children of the Moors. Caucasians are the children of the North African. There are four levels of the black person. There are four levels, or four species of blacks. You have your American blacks, you have your African blacks, you have your Asiatic blacks, and you have your Australian, or what they call pygmy blacks. These are the four genome. When they say the four corners of the earth, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about the four different species of genome of black, as they like to call it. Burnt people, melanin. I like to call it melanin because that's the proper term. We are carbon 12 beings. We're carbon 12 beings carrying a 999 signature, which means what? Come on now. Come on now. And there are other beings that are carrying a 666 signature, and we already know what that's about. But they like to trick us and make us think all kind of things. So, I definitely got to make sure that I stay rooted in the principles of the goddess. And as long as I stay rooted in the principles of the goddess, I ain't got to worry about what God talking about. I let y'all worry about what God talking about. God don't want no trouble with me. God don't want no problems with me. See, y'all can't get it. Y'all preachers can't get on the mic and say, great mother don't want no trouble with me. In the name of Jesus, great mother don't want no trouble with me. She better not play with my God. I dare you. I can't wait for one of the preachers to have that sermon. You feel me? You feel me? I want one of the preachers to have that sermon. Duane is it's 8 minutes in, bro. I'm about to hop off right quick and call you right quick. Because you're taking too long, bro. Do I have Duane McLean's number in my other phone? PJ Allen, Hodge Online, what's popping? What's popping? PJ Allen and Hodge Online, what's popping, man? They got a few people in the chat. You feel me? Shout out to the Duane McLean TV family. Shout out to the High Maker Supreme family. Shout out to the DMTV2 family. Man, we about to get this shit started. We about to talk about that trending, that white boy that's trending. They got a little white boy that's trending. That boy named No Days All Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder. As soon as I heard Chud the Builder, I automatically thought Freemasonry builder. What are you building, Chud? He's building a house full of niggers. That's what. Oh, excuse my friend. That's what Chud the Builder be saying allegedly. And let me put that out there. This is for entertainment purposes only. Hypothetically speaking, we are speaking hypothetically upon trending topics. You feel what I'm saying? And understand, everything that we speaking is not going to be 100% true. Just like because we talking about things that we can only talk about from the outside looking in. So it has to be from a hypothetical entertainment standpoint because you don't know Chud the Builder. You only seen what he doing. You don't know, Cardi B or none of these people. You only seeing what they doing and passing your opinion on it. And what they told you about opinions. Everybody got one of those, huh? Chud is going to be building PEGs. I don't know. You already know about him being a builder. He's a certain level of Freemason. So everybody thought Young Thug was gonna be doing mad time. Everybody think Lil Durk gonna do, man. I think Lil Durk gonna get free. I think Lil Durk done learned his lesson and said, man, I ain't about to go to jail for none of you niggas, man. I ain't about to do no time for none of you dudes, bro. And you never know, man. Justice is in the air, man. They got a lot of justice going on around, man. If I show you all of Caucasian people who are being arrested for pedophilia, if I show you all of the Hispanic people who are being arrested for sexual crimes against the Hispanic community, did you know that that 80% of SA crimes come from Caucasians and Hispanics, 60% on the Caucasian side and 20% on the Hispanic side? Did y'all know that? In other words, he getting, oh man, come on, Haja Online. Oh no, man, them dudes ain't living like that. Oh man, them dudes is what they call that name of that? Remember that group back in the day that used to say YMCA? What the name? Village Boy. Them niggas village people, man. Stop playing. Them niggas village people, man. Them dudes ain't trying. Them dudes ain't hurting nothing. Man, it's all WWE smoke and mirrors, bro. But let me see if I could get my hands on Duane, bro. Uh, he told me he ain't gonna be in here. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get him in. Hey man, listen, hold on. I'm about to make sure I get Duane in here real quick. So let me do this. So we're gonna bring in we're gonna start it with the great grand holy mother prayer, and then I'm about to go get Duane. Y'all chillax real quick.
Great grand holy mother of all divine, the source of all gods and goddesses. Great grand holy mother of all divine, the primordial from which we all derive. Great grand holy mother of all divine, the nothingness that allows all somethings to exist. Great grand holy mother of all divine, she is all mother, there is none greater than she. Great grand holy mother of all divine, for she is the vastness that allows us all to experience boundaries. Great grand holy mother of all divine, mother of Ra, the most high, great grand holy father. Great grand holy father Ra, he who created himself from she. Great grand holy father Ra, creator and father of all things, father of all beings. She is his source. Amen Ra Ptah Aum.
She is the great grand holy mother of all divine. She is the great grand holy mother of all divine. Source of all gods, guide our lives. You are the great grand holy mother of all divine. She is the great grand holy mother of all divine. You are the great grand holy mother of all divine. Source of all gods, guide our lives. In the name of the great grand holy mother of all divine. Ishandro Boshetaya Ishandro Boshetaya Aumi Wasara Aumi Wasara. All right, boom. So I talked to Duane and he'll be in shortly. I just went to talk to Duane and he'll be in shortly. And we're gonna be talking about Chud the Builder, man. What y'all got to say about Chud the Builder before we get into it, bro? If you want to be, if you just want me to be technical, I'm gonna be real about the Chud the Builder situation. You can't move in hate and not expect to get hated. You can't move in love and not expect to get hated. Anything you do, you're gonna be hated for. Whether he was on the street trying to give hugs out, Chud the hug man, or whether he was on the street trying to be Chud the N-word man. Guess what? He was gonna meet some friction. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. So when you move in a hate mode, what happens is you start cutting yourself off from opportunities, cutting yourself off from abundance. I quickly analyzed what he was doing, and seeing what he was doing was not going to end well for him. I also quickly looked at it from a higher perspective and said, it could all be WWE, and this could be a cold-blooded psyop. But I'm gonna say, for the sake of if, you know, we got Jacob the Slumlord in the building. Make sure y'all hit y'all comment, y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, man. Listen, man, put a 666 in the chat if you want Duane to come in on the chat, man. Put a 666 in the chat if you want Mr. Illuminati exposing himself to come in the chat, man. Jacob the Slumlord is in the chat. I need the chat to let us know what's going on. Put that thing in the chat if you want Duane to come in the chat, man. I'm looking at him right here. He cool and retarded drooling. He's ready. He's ready to come in the chat. What the chat ready for? What the chat ready for? Let me see. I don't know if I got a lag. What's going on? I'm about to let him in. Oh, there we go. I see him now. I'm seeing the 666 is in there. Maybe because he a Capricorn. Maybe because you a Capricorn. That's what it is.
It could be.
What's popping, big brother?
What's popping, man?
Good, man?
I'm looking kind of
rough. You already know we talking about Chud the Builder, the dude that built himself into the jail cell right now. You know what's going on, man. Before we get into that though, you know what I'm saying, man. Shout out to you, shout out to you and yours, man. Hope you had a beautiful day, beautiful, wonderful day, hard-working day. You know what I mean? Got you some money. Got to flirt with a few fine faces. If you're still not on lockdown and your old lady ain't got you on all the way, clink, saying, my old lady got me on lockdown. I got you. I hope you had a wonderful day, man. What's going on, man? Say what's up to the people, man.
The day been good, man. What's up, people? What's up, chat? I appreciate everybody pulling up tonight. Surprise live. We still on for tomorrow night as well. So hope y'all pull up to that one. Had a great day.
Yes, sir. You already know what the business is, man. So I decided to lay up there and make sure that I keep it trending, man, because for some reason, Chud the Builder is all over the place. Everybody's starting to make videos about Chud the Builder. What's going on with this, man? What say ye?
I mean, he mission accomplished. He's the face of racism, and he's pushing out this fabricated hate out there, because I still can't figure out what will make a white boy in his room who ain't never seen black people hate black people. But his mission accomplished. Everybody's talking about him. He says he wasn't funded by the powers that be, I think he was, or he was used as a pawn on their little chessboard, because a lot of times people be in the mix and they don't know they're in the mix. Like, they're being used. But most definitely, his mission accomplished, because we're going to see this more and more. We're going to see more and more people come out. And I don't know where the hate coming from. I want to ask you that. Because I remember growing up, we never messed with the white kids. We never picked on the white kids. We left them alone. They picked on me. I was with the white kids because I had higher grades than them. And I was picked from a child through grade testing and tests to be placed with them. So I don't know where this hate coming from. Like, you in your room all day, why do you have this hatred towards black people where you want to call us the worst racial slur out of every racial slur? The word we put hard work into, making it a normal word used, you want to come out and try to bring us back to something. I'm trying to ask you that. What you think? Why is it? Where is the hate coming from these white boys who in a room where they just hate black men?
Man, it's a sad thing to say, man. I'm going viral for it right now, man, on Facebook and Instagram, man. I got a video and it says, white people are the children of black people. And so when I look at the love-hate relationship between whites and blacks, it reminds me of a parent and a child, right? How the child needs the parent, but parent trying to bug them up and say, "Come on, Johnny, fix your shoe. Come on, mom, I got it. I can tie my own shoe." Mm-hmm. Right? And you know how white folks be. "I hate you, mom. I hate you, dad." That's what, but they really don't hate you. They just mad, and they just mad in a moment, because if you look around, Caucasians try to be like black people on all levels, and black people trying to be like Caucasians on all levels. Our women and men trying to look like them, and their men and women trying to look and act like us. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, because this is what I thought about it. I said, Look at this white guy going around provoking black people. And they're letting them, they're letting it go. Well, look at what's going on. Who's in office? The white guy. Trump is in office, bro. And Trump and Elon Musk, they're big on the freedom of speech. And so when you have them Democratic sessions, guess what? The freedom of speech is very, 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 very censored. And white folks ain't able to say the N-word as much as they want to say it due to political correctness. Right. But whenever George Bush or one of them Republicans get in there, white people could talk a little bit more loosely because, the Republicans being on carrying a weapon with the Second Amendment and freedom of speech with that First Amendment. That First and Second Amendment, the Republicans really, really big on making sure they maintain it and uphold it. Right. And so a lot of times, I feel like on a lot of time, it's black people's fault. I don't like black people for getting so offended about it. We done turned the word into $1 million. How many black people done turned that word into $1 million?
Numerous times.
Numerous times. So black people done turned this into $1 million. So on one end, what was used for your bad, you're using it for your good. And then the white boy is projecting it for you to his audience of people that's going to buy it. And they get to vicariously say it. So you don't say that nobody ain't saying that when all them white folks was in the crowd at the Roddy Ricch concert saying it.
Right.
When all the white people at the concerts are at the concert saying it, ain't nobody talking about it, ain't nobody protesting, it don't mean nothing. Then it don't mean nothing when a Negro is buying $100,000 chain off the word.
Right.
So now
let's look at this. There's two separate words though. You got nigga and you got nigger. You got two separate words. So they taking advantage of that ER because the reason why we get upset by it because we know you trying to offend us. But I will say, you're right. We should not get upset by it. We should because we bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? You trying to provoke me, get me off my square. And at the end of the day, you a little peckerwood white boy. Like nobody worried about you. You ain't about to spend no time a day trying to get upset with you. But here's the thing. They sent somebody to him. The guy who fought him was somebody who had mental problems, PTSD, and he came out the courthouse. So they knew, when I say they, the people orchestrating stuff in the backgrounds, the CIA, the intelligence systems, the Jews, all them, they knew to send somebody, a black person that will react, that we can get this incitement from. Now, the court trial is what's going to cause the friction. Because every year we got to have this. And be prepared. Be prepared for some cop shootings. Be prepared for George Floyd Part 2 to come up within the next 2 years. Be prepared for that because that's going to happen. They have to have the race war. And if you don't have the race war, you don't have the Democratic Party. If you don't have the race war, you can't.
But this is the thing. This is the thing I'm seeing. Soon as dude got arrested, his Caucasian strangers supported him and donated $150,000 to the brother, right? Mm-hmm. White strangers who support his mindset gave money to a white stranger who got their mindset. So it's safe to say that Caucasians support Caucasians and Hispanics. Yeah. But I said that to say this, man. We could have did the same thing when that shit happened with Diddy. Why? Why? Because guess what? At the end of the day, if it's a race war you want, then it's a race war you're gonna get because it ain't gonna be you being able to walk around all over and disrespect. It's not about the word anymore. It's about respect. I don't care if he would have came up and called the dude the B word. You don't walk up to nobody and calling him no offensive word. Period. For instance, it's a freedom of speech, but we know that there are consequences when we use our words. If I walk up to another man right now and call him, we ain't gonna even talk about race. If I call him just an offensive word, right, in the English language, if I call him, if he's not even Spanish and I call him a puto, right? Mm-hmm. He gonna be, so most people know what that word means. We're like, man, what's happening with you, bro? Matter of fact, if I get him and I tone him on camera, he gonna be like, what's up with this clown, right? So at the end of the day, it's not even about the word. At the end of the day, it's about the behavior, right? And you said it earlier, the hate. Now we're talking about behavior because it's one thing to talk that stuff and get online like Myron, because Myron, he be doing it in a computer room, right? Myron Gaines from the Fresh and Fit podcast, he do it in a computer room, and he said, N words is chimping out. That's the new thing, chimping out. But it's crazy how they always say that we are the chimping out, or we look like the chimps, but they're the ones that got the monkey blood and the Neanderthal genes in them.
But here's the
kind of
thing,
like children. I'm sorry.
No, white people have always done this. Well, you know how you just said, they're the ones with the monkey blood. They saying we chimping out. They're the ones who really from Africa, but they try to say we from Africa. I've met more white people in this lifetime that have had African relatives. I don't know no niggas with African relatives. None. I have met not one nigga who has African relatives. But they always try to flip the script on us.
Me neither. And that's the crazy part, because I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. I only know one brother that his roots are from Africa, but he's an African American, you know, Social Security number, birth certificate, and that's my homie. But his it ain't like he's cut off far from his roots. No, he got uncles, like first cousins and stuff in Africa. So he, you know, his mom and his dad, you know, his mom and dad came over here and had him. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm not talking about him because he's kind of, he might as well just say he's an American. He Americanized. He don't know what it's like to really grow up in in Ghana. You know what I mean? He visited Ghana, but he don't know what it's like to live day in and day out of Ghana. He's used to the American. So that's a real African American in my eyesight, right? But I don't know nobody that got, you know, even if we are from Africa, we don't have no ties back to there. So it don't make no sense to go back there when we don't have no ties to there. We can't go over there and holler at our uncle. We can't go over there and holler at our auntie. We can't go over there and holler at our, you know, our distant cousins and this, that, and the third. So yeah, I completely agree. But he said it in one of his lives. Chud the Builder said it in one of his lives. The reason why he do this, he said, because Black people are not a protected group. And the reason why we're not a protected group, because we're not a together group. I don't care if you listen. I don't care if you ratchet. I don't care if you Muslim. I don't care if you Christian. I don't care if you whatever you could claim to be. Remove all those titles, and at the end of the day, you are melanin. You go in the sun and you don't get burnt. Right there, that right there just set you aside from all of the stuff that they got going on. And for them to be able to come together and in their united racism support and give this guy 6 figures and say, hey, he was about to try to use it to bond out and bail out. But the judge, a Caucasian judge, stood on business and said, I'm not going to let you use that fundraising money to bail out and go do bull crap, right? I look at it from the perspective of us being wrong. Why aren't we having $130,000 in the dude who got shot in the belly, you feel me, and help him out with his medical bills? Why aren't we saying, hey, or taking that same money and saying, hey, look, we're going to get us some people from the NAACP and we're going to make sure that we get discharged as a hate crime, right? You know, where is the anti-melanin, you know, anti-melanin? Those they got anti-Semitism and anti-this and anti-that. Where's the anti-melanin group at that protect?
I got the answer for you. Black people are the #1 most brainwashed people in America. We got it because we came out the woodworks for George Floyd. George Floyd got $1 million from blacks. All races, blacks was the majority. We put the money up for Mr. Tendenism. Mr. Tendenism got a crazy GoFundMe, 100,000. So it's there, but we pick and choose, and we not going to do nothing until the TV tell us to. When the TV tell us to go support this, support that. We came out the woodworks for Obama. The TV told us to do that. So we do need a black group, radical group. And I want to be the leader of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to be the face of it. I want to be the guy who say we blacks and we support only blacks. Nigerian, Dominican, Puerto Rico. None of y'all can be
matter. If you go in the sun and you don't get burnt, you're a nigga.
But you are a nigga. But here's the thing. They don't want to be part of us, so we can't have them part of this either. That's our problem.
That's true too.
We too letting people in, and we need to have only stuff for blacks because y'all take everything from.
If you ain't got no birth certificate, a social security number, and a state ID, and you feel me, and when you fill out an application, when you fill out the Black African American portion of the application, we not talking to you.
Right. And then we do need that group because these white boys are getting together and making these radical groups, and they coming at black people, and I still can't put my finger on it. Because I seen one the other day, it was a group of white men outside of a place, and they was coming at these black kids, just calling them all types of stuff. And you want to know another thing? That's why I took the fathers out the home. We have a lot of fathers, so we can't be bullied. I think these guys are little peckerwoods. They feel inferior, and they have a hatred towards black people because the TV makes them hate black people. And they got these groups, and they want to come at us, and we need a protected group. We need one. It's time to have one, and we need one that's not going to get. Black Lives Matter was not us. That was put by George Soros and the Julie Echo Whiskies put that group together, and that caused more damage than anything else. Black Lives
between Black Lives Matter and Obama, they did the same.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter did more for gays than it did for blacks. It
did more for Obama.
Yeah, Obama did more for gays than he did for blacks.
Yeah, Obama did more for gays.
I say this on my videos all the time. There's no money for black
men.
But
the only reason why he did more for gays than he did for blacks because gays are a united group. If you do the gays something, the gays are rallying not with just no words. The gays are putting their money down and making sure that you don't mess with the gay community, right? It don't take, and listen, you don't need the whole black community to get this group of people together to protect the black community. Okay, it just needs to be a core group of people who are not afraid to, number one, speak the truth to power, number two, put their money down and come together. Right? We still stuck on what God you believe in. Who's the better basketball player between LeBron and Mike? Who Yeah, we still arguing about is YB or Young Thug better. Right? Or is YB, whoever is better. We can't remember, we haven't gotten past our pettinesses yet in order to do such a movement because we're so focused on what we're doing wrong, we don't see all of the things that we got right. We make trillions of dollars out of this economy every year. We got that right. Right? We are the influencers of the culture. We are the influencers of the game. We got that right. Right? We know how to invent. We invented everything. We invented everything from the toilet to the stoplight to the computer chip. We invented. We're supposed to be getting royalties just off that alone. Just off the inventions of black people alone. Black people, aka those who identify as African American, are supposed to be getting royalty checks every month from the patents for all of those black inventions that happened during colonization. They talking about reparations. Reparations is give me some money because you beat me up and you did me wrong. No, royalties is, hey, we created something and it has a United States patent on it, and all of the sales from that patent, all of the dividends from that patent, black people are supposed to be getting every monthly check for that.
Even look at the dances we created. If you want to go say you talking smart stuff, patents. Look at the unsmart stuff that we create to this day that's stolen. Twerking. Yes, people want to say it came from an African group in Africa. Cool. But who mainstream twerking? Black women. There's a lady in Israel right now teaching twerk classes. We also created all these.
What you got to say to that comment right there?
No, it couldn't possibly your outrageous crime rates. We got high crime rates. Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Our crime rate is not higher than the pedophilia that's running rampant through the Caucasian race and the Hispanic race. Yeah, listen, right now, I'm the black person for this. Because black people are going to be afraid to tell y'all this, white people. But understand that at the top of the list of crimes to get rid of out of the society, SA crimes are at the top of the list. Not theft, not robberies, not unalivings, not burglaries and kidnappings. No. SA crimes. Who leads the league in SA crimes amongst the ethnicities? Caucasians. Caucasians are 60% of all SA crimes reported. Guess who's number two? Hispanics. Caucasians and Hispanics make up 75 to 80% of all SA crimes. So if we want to see a big dent into the crime rate, we got to see a big dent and get rid of all of the SA crimes that's happening on the behalf of the Caucasian community and the Hispanic community. So before we start talking about black man and black woman too ghetto and ratchet, which is only 1, 2, 3 million of us. We got 50 million of us, and y'all decide to focus on the 3 million of us that's ratchet, and the other 47 million of us that's cool and retarded drooling. Y'all just overlook that. The ones who's building businesses, doing good for themselves, having black generational wealth. Y'all completely look over there and say we're going to focus on these 3 million over here who are going to jail and this, that, and the third, right? And so I said, well, wait a minute. I already got on Dr. Umar. I already got on the Black conscious community. I already got on all the Black people. Wait a minute. Y'all think I got picks and chooses. I don't got no picks and chooses because I go by stats and numbers. And men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And the numbers are in. What are those numbers? That 75 to 80% of all SA crimes, whether it's child or female or male, come from the Caucasian and Hispanic community. So before you trying to get the speck out of my eye, here, brother, get the plank out of your eye, right? Before you, every community need to check every community. Black people, we need to check Black people. Caucasian people, y'all need to check yourself. But guess what? If y'all not checking yourself, y'all parents, aka Black people, sure is eligible to check y'all. Because guess what, man? This stuff that we talking about with this Hollywood stuff, this stuff that we talking about with this Illuminati stuff, with this CIA stuff, all that stuff, is deeply rooted. It goes down to SA crimes, trafficking these children and doing all kind of crazy stuff. And Tim Tebow said it. Joe Rogan said it. Elon Musk said it, right? And y'all need to focus on that, getting rid of SA crimes out of your community. And second, y'all need to find out how y'all gonna replenish y'all numbers because y'all below the birth rate. Right. So before y'all, and I feel like they're like that because racism, y'all hate on y'all parents. And it said, the Bible says, don't hate on your mama and father so your days could be longer. And you hate on us, and it's literally dwindling y'all numbers because of it. That's just my personal opinion, and then hypothetically speaking, for entertainment purposes only.
And then another thing is, he talked about crimes. Most of the crimes we do are against other Black people. So if he's doing our crimes,
nigga ain't doing nothing but robbing a nigga.
Yeah, so majority of our crimes is against us, and in our areas, we ain't shooting up no white neighborhood. We got white, Black. Give me a Black version of Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof went to a Black church, shot 9 people. Give me a Black dude who went to a white church and shot 9. We'll shoot our own church.
What? If a Black guy went into a white church and shot 9 people, guess what? It'll be Jim Crow all over again.
What it be under, but again, then that church forgave Dylan Roof. They said we need to forgive him. So yeah, you can point out our high crime.
They said they forgave him and said, hands up, don't shoot.
Right, and then, but one crime, I'm okay with selling drugs and robbing, but I'm not okay with touching children. We don't lead that. We are the lowest in the world. Because I did a video today that I'm gonna release tomorrow, and because I was talking about the Disney cruise ship. Let me read that real quick. Name the group of Black Americans that are currently in control of the multiple wars that are going on right now. Oh, wait, you can't. It seems to be white people fetish. Yep. Facts. There's no Black Americans doing that. And then let me get to this point real quick. So in my video today, I talked about how outside of America, the entire world loves children. The entire world. There's countries out there that has the consent rate at 13. There's a country in Africa where they changed the consent rate to get married from 9 to 18, and the entire country went against it. They was upset that they couldn't marry 9-year-olds. So outside of the world, men lead, outside of America, other men lead in touching children. The lowest is Black men in America. Yes, you got some brothers out here who's sick, but we are like 2% of the rest of these. I wouldn't even say 2%.
So it says in America, ChatGPT says in America, Caucasian males make up for 54% of all SA crimes reported in America, right? The other 22% is Hispanic males. So 54 plus 22 is what? 76. So 76% of SA. Just imagine if 76% of all SA crimes went down. How would people be saying it's a cruel, cold world and watch out for your children because somebody might get them if 76% of all SA crimes went down? I don't know. He might be having technical difficulties. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Just think about that, right? And listen, somebody was talking, when you talk about Epstein Island, is Epstein Black or is Epstein white? When you talk about Weinstein, is Weinstein Black or is Weinstein white? Now, we already know Diddy, listen, even if Diddy was doing what they say he was doing, they couldn't prove it. All we proved that Diddy was just a freak.
With grown-ups.
That's it.
Grown adults.
Grown adults consenting to some freakazoid stuff, and when things got emotional, they started suing each other.
Even with R. Kelly. R. Kelly's another one they try to pull up. R. Kelly said on live TV that they are chaining up young girls. He's not chaining them up, and he said that their parents brought them to him. And whether y'all want to say it or not, those girls are still above the age of 18. Yes, he was doing some crazy stuff to him, but R. Kelly was not with no 5, 6-year-olds. These guys, I had a guy I worked with. He was in the military with me. He got caught for having CP on his computer, and he fled to the Philippines. The Philippines is a capital for pedos. A lot of pedos go to the Philippines because you can freely grope and be with underage kids in the Philippines. I told you, outside of America, the whole entire world is on that type of time. The entire world.
Yeah.
Just not
I feel that's the thing that's about to sweep the world and change the world. I feel like the penalties for crimes against children are about to skyrocket, and you about to see a big revolution in that part of society and life. Why is that happening? Simply because we are beginning to be aware of it and we're speaking on it. I remember, at one point in time, we didn't even know what this type of stuff was to even speak on it, let alone have, whole topics exposing it. You know what I mean? So the more something gets exposure, the more famous something get, and the more famous something get, the more people begin to scrutinize that fame. And if that fame can't stand up under scrutiny, it's going to fall. You know what I mean? And you see it right now, man. If I go right now, I got X post after X post after X post of all of these Caucasian and Hispanic people being convicted, arrested, busted for SA crimes against these children and these teenagers and these women. Therapy being a big side of my brand, a lot of the Caucasian people that I've helped heal, came out, and a big part of their healing was, healing from the SA that has happened to them by a family member, somebody close in their family. And this is, if you want to say on a percentage scale, on a 0 to 100, out of 100 Caucasian people, I'm going to say at least 60 to 70 of them been touched.
You see, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, I meet white people on a day-to-day basis. You wouldn't feel that and sense that, but it's there. It's there. And then you meet them, a lot of those weirdo white dudes with the bald face, the Pikachu shirt. You be like, yeah, they probably own something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
It's a mental disease, because when you look at it, bro, think about all the white people right now that got group chats that are identifying as cats.
They the weirdest people on the planet, man.
Think about all the Caucasian people right now on all fours being spanked on the butt because they want to be spanked and whipped and pleasured and called a dog and treated like a dog.
The baby revolution, where they want to be a baby and change like a baby. That's mostly white.
Man, listen, they got the white guy. They got the white guy and his wife. His wife is 20-something years old, like 28 years old, and he's like in his 60s or something like that. And she identifies as a baby. And she wears a diaper. She does the whole baby thing, but at the same time, she is wife. She cook and do all kind of crazy stuff. They role play as daddy and baby. And this is a 28, 29-year-old Caucasian female. The Caucasians are the only ones who are allowed to be crazy.
Yeah, to be crazy and do crazy, outlandish stuff that don't make sense. To be weird. To be unappealing to the opposite gender. Because they'll be sat there and play Dungeons and Dragons. Grown men playing Dungeons and Dragons. Now granted, there is some good things that they do for society. I'm not trying to discredit that at all. But this entire thing, our main point we're trying to get at, that we can go down the list of thousands of things that they do weird, but why they come at black folks so hard? We should be the ones outside bullying them. There should be a black Chud the Builder. There should be
your screen,
but there is, but there isn't one. There isn't a black Chud the Builder at all. There should be a black dude running around harassing white folk. But if there was a black Chud the Builder, he would have been killed by now.
They would have took to the street in militia form and said, "Let's protect ourselves from the N-words." That's what they would have did. And so I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying why black people don't come together and do the same thing. Hey, look. Hey, Tyrone, we might not like each other right now, but listen, it's melanin before that right there. You feel what I'm saying? Let's put our melanin before these small petty differences, so that at least we can have these small petty differences in our community and not have to worry about another community coming police our community. That's the first thing we need. That's the first law that needs to be passed. You know, black police officers need to police black neighborhoods, right? It's not the laws. It's not the laws. It's the enforcement of the laws that are not being, actually being respected, right? They got laws in place to protect us from these things, but if the laws are not being executed, if the laws are not being followed, then they're just frivolous laws. But there are plenty of laws in place that if we enforce them to the letter, a lot of things that's going on wouldn't even be going on. But you can't. How the FBI gonna arrest the FBI, nigga? The FBI is part of the traffic, and you can't arrest yourself. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Listen, I'm talking about when it all gets to a head and the pimple bursts. What is your doomsday scenario on how this house of cards with these crackers gonna lay up there and fall, bro? Because we see it's falling. We see no, we're not chimping out. They're chimping out. Y'all just unalive Charlie Kirk in front of the world. Bust him in his neck. Bop. Ain't no, and y'all talking about what? No, y'all the one that, listen, we might kill in the ghetto and black people might kill black people in the ghetto, but no, y'all do assassinations.
Of prominent figures.
Man, y'all popped the president in the ear. Y'all already try to attempt this life. How many times did they try to unalive boy?
Quite a few times. That's why I was shocked that the dude who tried to shoot at him recently was black.
Bro.
He was mixed. But he was mixed.
He was mixed.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And then when you look at it, bro, let's just go down the spectrum. All right. This is how and I explain this to white people. So white people understand, hypothetically speaking, for entertainment purposes only, I'm explaining this to you, right? We are born black in this white man's world. What do I mean, this white man's world? There are 10 heads to this dragon, and the white man rules all 10 of those heads, as it appears to be on the front cover.
Right.
Politics, media, education, business, military, medicine, banking, religion, the stock market, and the black market. Right?
Right.
Every single one of those fields are ruled or appears to be ruled by the Caucasian. And the number one hallmark of each one of those spheres, and the number one hallmark of the Caucasian is what? Death, destruction, deception, and lies. Right. And so if you go in any one of those areas I just named that runs our lives, politics, death, destruction, deception, and lies.
Right.
Media. Come on, man. That's all of them. Somebody getting unalived, somebody getting lied to, somebody getting deceived, whether it's the media, whether it's the education, whether it's the banking, whether you name it. You name it. Every sphere of control that he has, at its core, there is inherent evils because of racism.
Right.
We can't get the proper politics because of racism. We can't get the proper education because of racism. We can't get the proper medical care because of racism. We can't get the proper military and police enforcement because of racism. We can't open the proper businesses because of racism. Well, it's safe to say that if racism is the thing that is stopping us from progressing as a collective whole, then racism needs to be eradicated. And this is where I'm coming at, man. If you out here just being hateful for nothing and you being a waste of space of our taxpaying dollars, it's about to be in a second you're gonna have to pay to breathe in this motherfucker.
Right.
It's about to be in a minute you're gonna have to pay to breathe in this bitch, because the way people acting now, they're acting so cuckoo and bonkers now and going so insane right now that everybody's gonna have to have a body cam. Everybody's gonna have to have a chip in their arm. Everybody gonna, because the society is too unruly. I don't want to say the S word, but rhymes with stool pigeon, nigga. Everybody too crazy. It's too crazy, bro. And when you look at it, who are the leader of the crazies right now, man? Caucasians, y'all the leader of the crazies. Y'all the only one going around cutting y'all wee-wees off, talking about y'all a female, bro. Who want somebody to believe it? Like,
who got the most?
Me a woman, I'm gonna sue you. And then
if you go to all the cult leaders, if you go to all the cult leaders, who make up majority of them? Cult leaders. If you think about it, the Scientology's cult, David Koresh cult, Charles Manson cult, Only one, the most recent one was Nature.
All the serial killers.
Majority of serial killers are white.
Caucasians, man.
Majority of serial killers are white people. And I'm to the point now is like we talking so much about blacks, but we're gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think they notice about themselves with that hatred, that self-hatred. I think it's a self-hatred. I think they hate themselves. That's why they hate black people. I think because you gotta put yourself in a Chud the Builder shoes. What makes him want to come out and say the N-word? He didn't say wetback. He didn't say kike. Kike is a racial slur for Jews. He didn't say yellow for Asians. He didn't say nothing. He just came straight for black folk. What is it what made him wake up and say, let me come at black people? Let me try to get them upset. And you're right. Maybe do you think it's do you think on one level that it's WWE? Could be WWE. He could be playing the character because he and another thing you said earlier, we're not a protected group. He knew if he came out and he said yag it to all the fags out there, he knew for a fact them gay people was gonna come down on him. He'd have got arrested. We're not a protected group. So we need to get protection upon ourselves, you know, but that's why they keep us stupid. That's why they keep our women twerking in the middle of the street. That's why they keep our men sagging their pants. Sagging pants should have been went out of style. It came back for some reason.
But look, I wanted to show you, speaking of which, twerking, look, the Michigan House Democrat candidate Shelby Campbell's campaign strategy. Guess what she's doing? She is a House Democrat candidate, and she's bending over, twerking it.
Let me see if she's really doing that. That's real.
Twerking it. This is a member. This is about to be a member of your political Congress. Look at what she's doing. This TikTok now.
I'm trying to see if that's real. That's AI.
No, that's real. Her name is Shelby. Her name is Shelby Campbell. Shelby Campbell. Sorry. And she's doing the Meg. It's just something about what is it about the Democratic Party that make them think that all black people are ghetto and ratchet and love twerking?
Because they don't really know black people. It's almost like you look at something surface level. So you try to do you think you don't really be around, so you go for the first thing you can find, surface level. You know what I'm saying? Black people are the most reactionary and polarizing group. Is a way to get them into the algorithm. Plus, he knew black people would be hesitant to react because of the location. I like that answer. I respect that answer. I can
respect that answer. To piggyback on what he just said, we are to react. So this is the part why I'm mad at black people. Black people, why are we still offended by Caucasian people saying the N-word? Why are we still offended by Caucasian people's racist behavior? And because there's only so much offense you can be without doing something about it. If you don't do something about it, it's no longer offense. You're now a pussy. You're now a bitch ass nigga. You're now no longer it's no longer victim. You are a victimizer. You like to play the victim role now, because us being appalled at racism but doing nothing about racism at all is that's not appalled. That's us just crying like babies and don't want to be lazy and come together and do something about it. But we can come together and do something about it. We can't believe in that, especially on a local and state levels, right? The federal government usually follows the wave of that particular local state, right? And the votes of that state locale. So voting matters at the bottom levels where we at. You know what I mean? But and we can easily vote. We can easily vote proper people who have clean track records that are of melanin substance that can go up there to bat for us and put our money together and do lobbying and do all that crazy stuff. But before we do all that, who is unafraid to tell the truth to white people? Because all you do is see a whole. The reason why the main elephant we can't even get out of the room because we're afraid to admit it's even in the room is that black people are afraid of Caucasians, man.
Yeah, I think we are afraid of them. And then who's going to admit the truth to the world? Not just black people. We need a black person to say, yeah, we loud, yeah, we ghetto, but y'all some sick bastards. There's something called bachabazi in the Middle East. And I'm really big on this because it's a story that surprised me, it disgusted me. Bachabazi is in Afghanistan in the Middle East where these old men get these 8-year-old boys and make them dress up like girls and twerk and dance for them, and they have sex with them. This is one of the most disgusting things in the world. Why are we not talking about that? Why is it that we have Arabic men come to our neighborhoods, look down upon us when they sell these Lucy's and sell these cigarettes? Think about it. Arabic people look down upon black people, but y'all have this in y'all. And
that was Mike Brown got. Who that dude that got choked out in NYC? That was Mike Brown, huh? No.
Yeah.
That was Mike Brown. He got choked out with the cigarette. It was
yeah,
over
yeah.
Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said Lucy's. Who in the neighborhood selling that to us? Like
the Arabic man. But like you said, we got to get a truth to the world. Y'all all some sick bastards. Y'all all some sick people. Y'all all crazy. The Asian man just is sick. That hentai stuff, every time you watch the hentai stuff, they draw depictions of teenage girls. They got an affection with that. And they just wild out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, remember, just think about the part in the corn industry with the schoolgirl dress up.
Yeah. And then you in the corn industry, listen, even you think about the corn industry, who is the big dogs of it? The Jews.
No, somebody said Eric Garner. That was Eric Garner. Somebody said that was Eric Garner, not Mike Brown.
And y'all hit that like button too. Me and Doc going
hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button, support the channel. You feel me? When you get when you get the No Days hoodie on the stream, man.
Oh, I gotta order it, man. I'm ordering this week. So I get my YouTube check, and I'm gonna use majority of my YouTube check to invest into the channel. So we're gonna put half. I'm gonna blow the half and use the other half for that. So we're gonna order this week.
Yeah.
Charles,
man. So the one thing that has me tripping out about it is this. That dude that got hitting his belly from Chud The Builder, that could have been completely avoided, people. And I'm going around and I'm telling people this. There's no bigger, the biggest thing that kills racism is success. I made it to a level where at the highest levels, racism really don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I done seen black dudes that got more power than white dudes because they got more money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Michael Jordan is one of those prime examples. Michael Jordan is the only black dude I see that be handling the white folks on TV, and they like, that's the gold.
He be choking them, grabbing their ass. Yeah.
Man, that Michael Jordan choking dudes. Michael Jordan wiping off their children behind him with their children. I'm like, wait, Mike, what?
Michael
Jordan, no, hey, bro, I gotta analyze this, bro. Michael Jordan is the only black N-word that I don't care if you're racist. They love Michael Jordan. Why is that? Why is we hate black people when we love us some MJ?
Because like you just said, you get to a certain level where racism don't matter. You know, you get to a certain level, man. We gonna love you because you. We don't care about that racist. So you think they're gonna tell Michael Jackson he can't come in, Muhammad Ali? About white folk. He was probably the most racist black person because he fought for that Muslim shit heavy. But go back and look at Muhammad Ali interviews. It was always on a white platform. They love Muhammad Ali. Yep. You get to a level, they don't care about that mess, man. They don't care. Racism is for poor people. That's for us. That's for us, man. But don't get it twisted. At the very top, they do hate blacks because there's a level of billionaires they not letting no niggas in. They not. They gonna close that door. There's a level. It's like a level where it blanks out, but at the very pinnacle, that's really racist. Right here in this little triangle part at the very top, that's really racist. They not letting no Negroes in. Not Negroes. Maybe some Africans.Maybe the Moors, but not Negroes.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Unless you dance.
They might let the Moors. I know for a fact, man. I told you I teach this little conspiracy theory all the time, hypothetically speaking, for entertainment purposes only. That the white Freemasons are the slave pet children of the black nobility, and the black nobility are the Moors. And so I always tell people that I said, y'all gotta understand the 4 different species or the 4 different ethnic groups of black people. You got the American blacks, the African blacks, the Asiatic blacks, and those Australian blacks, those pygmy blacks, you know. And I keep telling people, they showed you that on Black Panther. They showed you on Black Panther. Yeah, we might be cousins. You feel me? We might be cousins, but we so distant, we so far apart that we don't even remember. We don't even have no connections or no ties to the land anymore. And it would be unwise for us to go back to Africa. Really, it would be very unwise to go back there. If we from Africa, it would be very unwise to go back there because we done put so much work, so much blood, and so much sweat, and so much tears here. It would be like, man, you built a house and now you can't live in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. So my only thing is with black folk is, hey man, whatever God you believe in that God, don't believe in God, whatever your personal beliefs are and what gets you through in the invisible world of faith, that's your own thing. But that should not be the key factor that stops us from saying, hey, no matter what our race, color, creed, or religion is, they can't assault the black community like that. You feel me? There needs to be a door stopper in place that closes that door. When we see them trying to open that door, we need some door stoppers in place that say, hey, now we're not opening that door because we already know where that's about to go. And so my question to you is,
why Chud was not jumped and beat to death on. There should be no reason. Because if I go on the camera right now as a black man and I say, hey, fuck all the GDs, fuck the Bloods, fuck the Crips, I'm dead immediately. Why isn't nobody did the Chud? Chud should have been the break speed off.
Well, I don't know. Charleston White did it and they didn't kill him.
Charleston White protected, man. Y'all be letting Charleston White fool y'all. Charleston White's a whole Freemason. He protected, man. He protected like a motherfucker, man. He everywhere Charleston White go is already staged and orchestrated. And
he been on all the major platforms. Vlad, Adam, he with the boys. I did a whole expose on Charleston White and how he's a plant.
Yeah, he's a whole Freemason, man. Don't get it twisted. If a regular black dude got on camera and said fuck the Bloods, and he got on there, he went to California and said that, and he was on live every day, yes, he would have been put in the ground easily. Chud should have been, his ass should have been beat in the middle of the street by black folk. Like, we should have jumped him and stomped him out for what he was doing. We don't care about
and that's what made me think it was like a psyop. Like,
why
are y'all recording this? Why ain't nobody just writing down on boy? And then what about the white boy who snatched his hat and was calling him an N-word? Like, yeah, N-word, I snatched your hat. He snatched Chud the Builder's hat. But it was
those guys are part of it. They were part of it.
Yeah,
those guys are part of it. So whenever you do a movie scene, right, you have something called extras. Those people are into it, right? So you do a movie, you got your actors right here, you got extras in the back. Go watch that movie. What's it called with Jim Carrey where he's in a fake world? I forgot what it's called, but I forgot. It's a movie where Jim Carrey and every day of his life is shown and it's recorded. Similar to that, every time Chud was on live, 300 to maybe 100 to 300 people was already staged in that area to be part of the act that was shown. So Chud was safe. He was not. There was everybody he came in contact with was in on the joke. And they was in on it. There's no way. And then you seen Chud came across some type of transgender transvestite. Some chick would have did. You seen that?
Yeah.
That right there wasn't part of the act. That shouldn't have came out.
So is this what they do to distract us from these horrible economy prices or
you seen Chud came out when the Disney cruise ship came out. The Disney cruise ship got caught with over 27 people with child charges, and that story cannot come out. 27.
There you go, right there. So they distracted us. So they gave us a racial distraction so that we can ignore and we can look over the SA that's going on with these white folk, because that was no black people that got caught at that Disney thing.
It was Philippines. Majority of people got arrested was white and Filipino.
Well, Filipino ain't nothing but some white folk too.
Yeah,
they won't be white bad. They won't be white. They want to be white bad as hell.
Yeah, but I think that Chud, because he only blew up the past 2 weeks. He blew up 2 weeks ago. That happened. That Disney cruise ship line. So they know when to put these distractions out, and also they're trying to get rid. You gotta look at the bigger picture. They want to take away our freedoms. They want to take away cash. That's one of our freedoms. They want us to be slaves willingly, to where. They also want to introduce the social credit score. That's going to be a big one. And when
that's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, if we're so busy worrying about Boozy and Tekashi 6ix9ine, our day-to-day 9 to 5. Yeah, our day-to-day 9 to 5. Think about it. Our day-to-day 9 to 5 is our biggest distraction. Our bills and where to live and sleep and eat is our biggest distraction. We're distracted with that 17 hours of the day. So we only got 7 hours. 6 of those hours go to sleep. So we really only got 1 to 2 hours of bullshit. And those 1 or 2 hours, we really can't focus on important stuff like our rights, our education, our mental health, stuff they want to take away. So in those 2 hours we got, let's put that on our bullshit time. Let's be talking about Chud. Let's be on the internet looking at all types of nasty stuff. Let's be on the internet scrolling on our phone. Think about TikTok. TikTok and YouTube Shorts have become nothing but useless content. People dancing, people making pranks, people making skits, people doing reactions to nonsense. Nobody's talking about nothing that's going to elevate us, and that stuff get pushed to the back. Nothing's going to get talked about the nasty stuff they're doing, the stuff they're doing with children, the newborn ring. The newborn ring is real. They got 1 million to 1 million women pregnant, and when the women have babies, these babies are assaulted and killed. This is real. This is a real thing. I found it. I'm gonna get y'all the names, and when I get the names, I'm gonna drop them of the newborn ring. Look it up. It's not a child ring. They're getting them as soon as they pop out the womb. That's the main thing. And they are doing heinous crimes. So if your 2 hours of the day, they don't want you looking at real shit. Pretty much.
So if we don't look at real, so why they don't want us looking at real shit though? That's what I'm saying.
Because it can stop us from our 9 to 5, and our 9 to 5 can stop taxes. If you get so mad to where, hey, I'm not gonna go to work tomorrow, I'm really upset. And if you make the middle-aged white woman upset to her husband, who is the infrastructure, white men are the infrastructure of America. We can talk about them being nasty people all the time. They're the firemen, the linemen, the construction worker. The two people who are the leaders in sexual assault, the Hispanic and the white man, are the leaders in our infrastructure, construction, engineering, all the other stuff. So if their wives are upset and they got to go out and protest, that could shut the world down. And they want to prevent that. And they want to keep our taxes coming. So we don't want y'all worrying about, think about it. What if we finally say, hey, let's get taxation on our cars off. Let's get taxation on our homes and land so we can finally own it. And at the end of the day, you don't really own anything in America, because say you right now, Doc, me and you pay for our homes and we give them to our kids. We die. Our kids, God forbid, end up being some lazy bastards. They don't pay their taxes. The state now owns stuff that we worked the hardest for. So they can take it back. At the end of the day, what if we can abolish that rule and own our stuff forever? You know, this land belongs to Duane McLean forever. There's no way the government can take it unless we sell it to them. So they don't want us waking up to that. They don't want us waking up to our rights. And then there's so many other things. Like I'm learning about how our last name can be used as an asset. I learned about all these different laws that we can be put into place. If you own a business, there's something called tax exemption. You can do that. They don't want y'all learning about it. They want y'all being as dumb as possible for as long as possible. It's almost like this. I had a boss one time, and he hated that I came from a different department. The department I came from, all of us abused family medical leave of absence.
Still listening.
So the boss didn't want me to tell the others employees about the system and how we can manipulate the time. We can manipulate these days. You can take time off of that. So he like, Duane, shut up and don't tell him shit. Don't show him this handbook. Don't show him nothing. I need them as dumb as possible because I don't need nobody calling out of work. Same thing. They need us as dumb as possible so nobody calls out of work. So we don't want you upset.
So that's why in the movies they're always like portraying the dumb blonde and the weird dumb surfer dude, right? Or they always portraying the husband as this like Homer Simpson dumb stucco, while Marge is the one that keeps the Caucasian family together type stuff. For stereotypical purpose, for hypothetically speaking, for entertainment purposes only, I know that to be true. That's not just the movies. White people act like that in real life. I've had enough white friends, enough white associates, enough white clients, and enough white antagonists to know that they really are like that in real life. Just like black people, I know a lot of black people, they be trying to say it's a stereotype. That's not a stereotype. I know a lot of black people that act like Sexy Red. I know a lot of black people that act like Sugihana. I know a lot of black people that act like, Finesse Two Time. I know a lot of black people that act like, I know a lot of white people that act like Chud Chud the Builder, except they're not gonna harass people about it. I know a lot of white people who act like the white girls who be when they run in the movie and they fall about, they really do that in real life. Remember America's Funniest Home Videos?
Mm-hmm.
That was number white folk, wasn't it?
Yeah. Majority.
America's Funniest Home Videos. What that other one with that white dude on it? And he be hosting it. Man, it's the dude, man. Oh man, ridiculousness. When you look at ridiculousness, the most people who are doing those blooper reels on ridiculousness are Caucasian people. I used to watch this thing. I used to read this thing called 1,000 Ways to Die. Then it turned into a series on YouTube or whatever like that, or DVD or whatever. And it was this book about all these Rob. Yeah, there you go, Rob, the dude from Ridiculousness. But it was all of these different ways. It was 1,001 ways that Caucasian people have died on some weird stuff. Like one of them was white guy was mowing the lawn. He didn't see the holes in the lawn, mowed the holes some kind of way, finagled its way, and popped from up under the it popped and bumped him in his face, and he died. Right? They got another one. White lady was changing a light bulb. The light bulb shorted out, electrocuted her, died. Like, and you'll go see that white people die in weird ways all the time. Like, it's rare that you see black people dying in weird ways. You know, black people gonna die because got some kind of diabetes. Motherfucker got some kind of motherfucking disease. He got shot. You know, he got in a car accident. Something crazy happened. You know, you don't see black people dying in super weird ways. You see white people dying in super weird ways.
Yeah, I seen one yesterday. A dude take the sausage to his leg because he was trying to be like a dancer or something. He take the sausage to his leg, and the sausage that he had tape gave him a blood clot, and it went to his brain, and it killed him.
See, white people die in weird ways. I'm a find. It's called, I think it's Weird Ways to Die, or it was 1,000 Ways to Die, or something like that. And I used to read it when I was younger. Cause I used to be like, man, this can't be true that people be dying like this. But no, man, go check the record books, the FBI record books, the all of the public record books of how the weird, crazy, accidental ways that Caucasians be dying. They nigga was skydiving, the parachute didn't want to open, splat. Dude diving in the mountain somewhere. He trying to dive in the hole, got stuck in the hole. Dude, out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga went in the jungle trying to save the rainforest. Out of here.
But here's the thing: we don't have that in our people. We have a sense of, like, if you look at mountain climbers, there ain't that many I don't think there's any black mountain climbers. You know, skateboarding is probably one of the most crazy sports in the world. There's some black skateboarders now, but we ain't the face of it. So I'm trying to think, like, what's in this?
Hey, listen. Who invented getting on a board, riding it up and down, and breaking your leg, breaking your arm until you got it right?
I have no idea. I respect
that. Caucasian people invented that. That's called X Games.
I respect it though.
I remember the white boys when I was coming up, man. The white boys used to have the good bikes, the BMX bikes. You dig? All of the little stunt bikes, and the white boys used to be riding. And you had a little ramp. And so in my neighborhood was a diverse neighborhood, by the way. Black, white, Hispanic, and Asian people lived on the same street back when I was coming up. This when I was, in my younger years, like 11, 12, 13, 10, 10 years old and stuff. And the white boys used to be for Christmas to get their little bikes. And they be on the ramp doing tricks. Niggas be watching like, man, y'all niggas crazy. But with my friend Stevie, he was riding his bike and he broke his ankle. And I told him, see, this is something that black people never got to worry about. Black people never got to worry about busting their face, fucking themselves up, doing tricks off of a bike. We got to go to the store and get something from the store with our mama food stamp card. That when the food stamps was not card. The food stamp was actually the book of food stamps. You feel me? Got to go to the store, get some cigarettes for your mama. Got to remember they used to let us go and get beer for our parents back in the day when I was coming up. That's how ancient I am. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the store and buy your daddy a beer and your mama a pack of cigarettes.
Go ahead, Dr. Straight.
Yeah, man. So, I blame this offensive generation. This generation is easily offended, bro. like with the Cat Williams thing and the why, first and foremost, why, if we upheld the First Amendment and we upheld the law to the letter, Chad the Builder wouldn't even exist. Why? Because it wouldn't have no impact, because there are no offensive words when it comes to freedom of speech. Freedom of speech needs to mean that if a person hates somebody, they should have the right to say, I hate this person, or I love it. Listen, nobody, if Chad the Builder was going around saying, I love you to everybody, would nobody say, oh, wouldn't no haters get around, oh, this nigga talk about some love? No, right? But as soon as somebody go around and say, hey, man, look, I don't like y'all. I don't like y'all. Why? Because I don't like the color of y'all skin, because I don't like y'all. And that is my freedom of speech to express that. Okay, that is your freedom of speech to express that, Chad or Chud. You feel me? I don't know why I call him Chad the Builder. But at the same time, understand the laws of attraction, Chad, and understand that if you say certain things, you might trigger certain things in certain people, and things can happen because of that. And when things happen because of that, you have to have a fair balance on both sides of the law. Hey, you was going around saying the N-word and you offended one of the N-words and it got crazy. Hey, look, man. You ain't not gonna probable cause to pull no gun and shoot nobody, Chad. You was trying to provoke. You was trying to do that. But they said the black dude pulled the gun out first, so I don't know.
No, the black dude didn't have a gun.
The black dude didn't have a gun?
Nah, the black dude had PTSD. And he said, look, I ain't with that crazy shit. I got PTSD. I got mental problems. Leave me alone. Like I said, they sent somebody who had mental problems. They all, like the dude that killed Nipsey Hussle had mental problems. They always get somebody with mental issues that they had been MK Ultraing up for years. So they sent somebody who had MK Ultra'd up to Chud, and Chud said some crazy stuff to him. Started scrapping. Now let me hit peak game. Chud shot the dude, and it didn't do nothing to him. Buddy got shot and kept fighting. And then in the midst of them fighting, Chud shot himself. So that's what happened, man. So the dude was already going through stuff.
So not only did this dummy clown shoot the Negro, he shot himself. See, listen what I'm saying? Listen.
Shot himself.
He a crash out, bro. No, bro. At the end of the day, we can't act like Caucasians ain't crash outs, bro. They are the ones who invented the crash dummy. Yeah. The reason why we say crash because of the crash dummy. What did the crash dummy for? When white folks was testing their cars. Think about this. Mm-hmm. So in every movie you see white dudes, somebody said cheddar chud. Somebody said cheddar chud. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said this right here. Let me see. What he said?
A weapon limits you to the ability of the weapon itself. Guns, jams, knives can be taken away, but the open hand. I guess he's saying you still can scrap.
Well, you can't. I know one thing. You can't. See, self-defense is this. I think such and such is going to take my life. I have an firearm on me. I use that firearm to unalive such and such because he was trying to take my life. How do you know he was trying to take your life? Because he had a big knife and he was coming at me with it. How you know he was trying to take your life? Because he said, I'm going to kill you. And he grabbed me and he started choking me and I pulled my gun and I like it has to be a probable cause of reasonable belief that you are about to be unalive.
He about to go to jail though. I'm happy that he's going to go to jail because if he beat. Oh, did you see the dude Murdoch, the dude that killed his family? They overturned his conviction.
Who?
So last year there's this white dude, and like 2 years ago, this white dude, his last name is Murdoch, and he killed his wife and his son, right? And he's rich. He's really rich. He was finessing. He did a scam where he stole over $14 million. Just this week, they overturned his conviction, and they said that when he did his trial, there was something going. The lady they found a loophole, and they overturned his conviction, and he's going to get a retrial. Now, this is his big money, man. White dude got charged for killing. He got convicted for killing his wife and son, and he shot him. And then now they overturned the conviction. Now he got a retrial. He might walk off. What do you think? Chud gonna walk?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. We've seen plenty of white folk walk for black murders.
George Zimmerman. Even though I heard George Zimmerman was getting his ass beat by Trayvon, like nobody talking about
George Zimmerman, the dude that the police that killed Mike Brown. You know, the police that killed Sandra Bland. You know, the list goes on, man. We got, man, from
but here's the thing,
Medgar Evers, from Medgar Evers to Emmett Till to Martin Luther King to Malcolm X. We got days. Look, we got whole days. We got whole days that commemorate them.
Why is it all those people that were, all those black people that was killed, family members are Eastern Stars and Freemasons? Sandra Bland's my aunt and mom's are Eastern Stars. Trayvon Martin's daddy's a Freemason. Mike Brown, his people are Freemasons. So why is it? It's always the Freemasons are behind it, you know?
Because the ritual.
I think.
So remember, when soon as you say the word Freemason, you're saying the word magic. There's no way around that.
Yeah, I agree.
So the minute you say the word Freemason or Mason or any type of secret society or any kind of Illuminati or any kind of you build the burger, whatever kind of crazy name you won't call it, 10-4 head name you won't call it. Soon as you say fraternity, sorority, you just put it under one word, magic, bro. It's all different. It's all different organizations that practice different arts of occult, right? Different occultic arts. And so when you look at that, that makes you say, hey, is they trying to run a spell on our mind, or is they trying to? To me, it looked like this. This is what it looked like to me, real quick. It looks like it's a gift. It's a gift and a curse. It's on one end, it's exposing, and on the other end, it's it's holding us back.
Right.
The part that's holding us back is we are still offended at the word, and we are still begging with our hand out to white folks, talking about give us some money for reparations. And I'm saying that they know this. Mm-hmm. They know this. So why would they not use that against us to not give it to us?
Right.
Let's keep showing them how low grade black people are so that they'll never receive reparations.
I'm gonna piggyback on that though. The reparations is a way to keep the black person poor. As long as we keep thinking, oh, somebody's gonna give me money, we're not gonna go out and get it ourselves. Because there's money out here to be made. And I think we should let go of reparations, let go of that idea. But you got guys.
And that's what I say. Listen, let go of the idea of reparations and let's focus on what can be proven. And what can be proven? Royalties. We can prove that African Americans invented the printing press. We can prove that African Americans or African Americans built a lot of the things that run the world today. You would not have a refrigerator if it were not for black people. You would not have all of these great things that you enjoy today are because of black inventions, and black people don't receive those royalty checks as a whole and dividend as a people in this country. And I'm saying this is the argument that can be proven, and this is the argument that can actually be won, because all of the other stuff is just complaining. It's kind of like somebody bullying you, and you're saying, "Hey, you bully me. You've been bullying me all my life. Pay me for all the time you've been bullying me." Where they do that at?
The guy who made the refrigerator, his name was Frederick Jones. It was a black man. I looked it up.
Yes. So black people, so you would not be able to eat. You would not be able to eat. That's the number one thing that's the number one thing that makes us a first world country. We waste the most food. Food runs the world. Not all that bull crap y'all talking. At the end of the day, everybody trying to feed their family. And we run the world of food. Don't nobody have more options of food than us. Don't nobody have, we're the place where they say our diseases are fat people diseases. Yes, they are. The majority of our diseases are people because we overeat, right? And so we control the food, bro. And once you food is life. Somebody food is essential. Food is life. That's the only thing that from insect to germ all the way to man to the top alien that's eating people. He's still eating us for food. The reptiles eating babies for food, nigga, like they're eating, right? So understand that when it comes to the world eating, meaning a lot of the world eats off of us. Without our hustle and our drive over here in America, the world would not be able to eat. That Somalian thing that's going on. Look, they came over here to eat. We're the only country. We're the only place where you can come from any place and be nothing. And in a short amount of time, with hard work and consistency, turn it into something that can feed your people back over into the other country and bring them all over here, and they can get put on. And then next thing you know, after a generation or two, y'all got wealth. We're the only place where you can do that at. We can't leave no America and go to no other country and start up no business and call it no days off, and we doing the podcast and we kicking in, and the people of that time and the people of that place is patronizing us, giving us money to do it.
Right, right.
You
don't
do
see
it.
too many Americans going to another country doing an American restaurant and booming. You see plenty of other cultures coming here, German restaurants, Filipino, Puerto Rican restaurants, Asian restaurants, African restaurants, and you can't do that. But American can't go over there and do an American restaurant. I'm not saying we can't, but you don't see it happen often. I'm just saying.
Well, the only Americans that's doing it is the ones that got the big billion-dollar corporations. You see Walmart doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart could bust open a Walmart, or McDonald's can bust open a McDonald's, but that's the exceptions to the rule. Like, the average American can't go move into another place and start a small business because their economies aren't bustling and booming like our economy is bustling and booming. This is why even though we are big trillions of dollars in debt, our debt still moves the economy, right? Because the world has gotten hooked on our system, and our system is capitalism. So the world has gotten hooked on our system. It's kind of like drugs. Like we was the ones doing the drugs, and we were the one passing out, doing that stuff, and then it spread across the world. Like hip hop, it was just over here, and then it spread across the world. Like cocaine, it was just over here, and then it spread across the world. We just got that effect on people, right? Mm-hmm. America just got that effect on the world, so much so that this is why I got to address the foreigners, because they hate us, mm-hmm. but they come over here and try to get us out of our money, mm-hmm. right? They don't have no respect for us over here, but they sure would love to do business with us over here, right? Every black place you go, you see a corner store in the hood, and it's not nobody that look like us. What if we started owning the corner stores in the hood? And like I said, we just need to bring it back, kind of like bring it back to kind of a chosen segregation, meaning we can. There are those that can segregate by choice, right? For those who feel like they don't want to be around. They don't want to be around white folks, man. They need to have that state, or they need to have those cities or those towns. Whereas, hey, they police their own, they got their own bank, they got their own this, and they got their own that, just like the Jews or Koreatown or Chinatown or any one of the other towns that they be having in America. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we don't have that, but we got ghettos, we got projects. Who own the projects? Black people or white people?
Oh, it's white people.
Yeah, white people own the project. Black people don't own the project. So y'all talk about the ghetto, but I ask you, who owns the ghetto? And last time I checked, when it comes to real estate, the owner of the real estate is responsible for upkeeping the real estate. Why do they let these particular real estates dilapidate? Because they need the energy of poverty in order to fuel that propaganda that black people are impoverished, man.
Our main issue is we don't have leadership. That's why our black males are attacked. Men are the natural leaders of society. Our black males, you talk about the streets, right? Look at Chicago. They fighting over 63rd and 64th Street. You go to Compton, the Hoover Street, and all the other stuff. Those streets are owned by the state. They're owned by a white person at the end of the day. And our black males are so brainwashed at a low-level state, a low vibrational state, that they fighting over these streets that we don't own. And our black males are our leaders. The gangsters, the hustlers, the dope boys are the leaders of the African American society. Let me peep game. Hold up. Think about it. The dope boy, he has charisma, he has confidence, he takes risks, but they brainwashed him and steered him into a direction that leads nowhere. The gangsters, the guys who are in gangs, they physically can handle it. They are mentally can handle it. Think about how tough it is to get beat into something. Then you gotta rep it. Then you go into these areas, you can get killed. That takes a certain level of man to be in those areas because it's scary. The average white guy can't do it, but our black males, our leaders, are put into those situations. When I was locked up for those few days, all the guys who was on death row for murder tall black guys who had charisma, loud, who could speak. They commanded the room. There was one dude who I remember like yesterday, big dreads. The entire jail looked up to him. He was a leader, but guess what? He was steered in the wrong direction. That's why they put hip hop music to put out this negativity stuff to lead. And that's why they fight so hard to keep the black man stupid, because we have no leadership. If we get the black male to ever, majority of our black males to ever get right and lead our society the way it needs to be led to, we wouldn't have so much dumb shit going on.
That's why they hit us with the black conscious, the fake black conscious movement. See, I feel like, you know, them guys like Young Pharaoh and all of those guys. You see Young Pharaoh trying to make a comeback. He doing live streams with 607 on.
I seen that.
I said, wait a minute, man. This the dude. What happened to this dude? And then it all dawned on me. All of those dudes, you know, that represented that black conscious perspective, you know, if you go look at them, all of their careers tanked. All of them have proven themselves to be fraud and accused of sexual crimes. You know, so I did that hit list already. I made the video. We made the video on those dudes already. We talked about those dudes already. And for some reason, it had dawned on me, you know, like, those dudes don't own nothing, though.
Nothing.
Yeah, we exposed Brother Polite, but the Polite don't own nothing. We exposed Pharaoh, and we exposed Crumb and all these dudes, but these dudes don't own nothing.
And they didn't do nothing for society, man. And the main thing that got Pharaoh out of here, see, Pharaoh didn't touch children, but Pharaoh fought hard for Trump. Remember when Trump had his rally and Trump was coming in 2020? Young Pharaoh was in Washington, D.C., rallying for Trump, did all that Trump and bootlicking and got nowhere, and they still lost to Biden. And when I seen him go for Trump, I knew he was going to decline, because I'm like, they used him for what they needed for, and he thought he was going to leave scot-free. That's why they laid him crazy. That's why they started attacking him. And when they attack you, you're going to have cops pulling you over. You're going to have people pulling. You're going to have your car not working some days. They're going to literally make you go crazy. They know who to do you buying your drugs
That's
from.
why I tell them, come get some magic from me, Duane, to protect you from that shit, bro.
Yeah, you most definitely need it, man. And hit Chakra Doctor up for plenty. I've been taking my miracle food, man. My little rashes I got going. I got these little rashes, skin disease on my neck. And I've been taking my miracle food all this week. It's been going away. I feel a lot better, man. Y'all go on Chakra Doctor XYZ, get your stuff, get your miracle foods, get all those other products. Chakra Doctor's really trying to saying that.
Listen, bro, I be saying that about a lot of people, bro. I be seeing these celebrities die, all of these things, and I be like, man, bro, it gotta be like a part of the thing that come with, you know, selling their soul or something, huh? Like, cause you look on the front end, all right, yeah, they got all of this glitz and this glam, and they got this fame, and they got these physical trinkets, but their quality of life, like look at them, their quality of life looks empty, right? It doesn't look. You might got all the glitz and the glam, but it don't look like y'all having no fun, man.
They not.
I remember when Tupac and them was, at least Tupac looked like they was having fun, and you know what I'm saying? And it was party music, and now it's just, man, you look at the average club. Look at the average club today. There ain't nobody dancing in the club.
Oh, but there's a worldwide depression that they put upon everybody. Most of the people are depressed now. The average person's depressed, and they put it upon you talk about spells and magic. Society's upon the spell and magic of depression right now, and we don't even know we're depressed. We don't even know we're depressed.
It's the food. It's the food. I can tell you right now. I had ate something yesterday. I had broke my fast, and I ate a hamburger yesterday. And as soon as I ate it, dog, it put me to sleep.
Where'd you get it from?
I got it from the little burger spot called That Burger out here in Atlanta. And,
it's most definitely the food. The food, like I be noticing, if I eat, that's why I don't like to even eat throughout the day. I like to eat like end of the day. If I eat, I'm tired, I'm groggy, and you know when you get a healthy burger, cause burgers it's all ground beef. You ain't even supposed to get full and sleepy. So the other day I went to this burger. It's like an organic burger spot, and I ate it, and I wasn't full, and I'm like, I didn't get sleepy, but they have organic fries, organic patties, everything clean. And I ate it, and it digested perfectly. But I notice when I eat a burger from, say, your Five Guys, that's processed. But you said it's the food. Man. It's the food. It's everything. The TV, the shows we watch, the music we listen to, the lighting, our lights are set at a certain way to keep us depressed. They don't even sell certain bulbs no more to give us, like, you know, as we buy certain bulbs, they make it depressed. I know it's my house last one. I got to my
LED.
light.
It's the LED.
The LED. The way we microwave us, the entire mindset that they put on society to keep us in this long lift of depression is a perfect mix, because now, since we're all depressed, we're seeking a happiness. Why do you think we saving all our money up to go on these trips? So we go on these cruises where we leave one thing and go to this cruise just to make us more depressed. You might, you know, like you said, the club is supposed to be a place where we having fun. The club is now depressing. It's not even fun no more, because
it's not even fun. It's like when you go to the club, it's like misery loves company.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like when you go to the club.
What has came to the club recently that wasn't there 10 years ago? Fucking hookah. You smoking all that hookah, all that smoke in the air. When they added that to it, there was another thing to keep us into a lower state. Can't have no damn fun. You smoking all that damn hookah. You just sitting here blowing out all that shit. Like, that's not gonna make nothing cool, you know. And then you add the alcohol with it, you know. Then you add the music with it. Then you add everything else to it. Yeah, they keeping us in this low state to where we constantly seeking happiness. We never gonna find it because we doing stuff that we not even supposed to be doing. You know,
right.
We got at least to have our feet touch the ground. You know, they trying to make that seem crazy. You when the last time somebody's feet gonna touch some grass, real grass,
right?
You know,
right.
So.
Man, and that's the main thing. I'll be looking at it too. I'll be looking at it from the perspective of, hey, look, what's the healthiest? You know, at least one thing I am proud of myself of, man. I've adopted a fasting lifestyle. So no matter what it is, I only eat once a day, right? And then I have spurts where I go on long liquid fast. You know what I mean? I'm about to go on another long liquid fast, man, and I'm about to stretch it out, man. And every time I go on a nice long liquid fast, bro, I'll be at my tip top shape. I'll be at my tip top thinking capacity.
What does
my
a liquid
tip-top
fast
creative
look like?
Huh?
What does it look like? What does a liquid fast look like?
So my liquid. So first and foremost, all of my liquids, I make them myself. So I make all of my own milks. I make my own almond milk, make my own pistachio milk, make my own pecan milk. You name the nut. I know it's easy. You could juice it. Only water, water and nuts, bro. So and with that, so I drink a lot of milk like a baby, right? I drink a lot of nut milks, and I drink a lot of I was about to cuss. I'm glad I didn't. And I drink a lot of smoothies. You feel me? So I take my milk, and I make almond milk smoothies, right? And it's all 100% natural ingredients. I drink a lot of water, a lot of 9.5 water. I'm about to get the 9.5 water machine so I could just have it on tap so I could save money on spending. I see I'm spending so much money on water. I might as well just get the 9.5 water machine. I'm about to get that under my sink so I could just have that on deck. And I use 9.5 water for everything though, not just drinking. I use it for moisturizing, getting out the shower, moisturizing as lotion. High pH water moisturizes and hydrates your body. Then you don't need none of that bull crap. But juice, you feel me? All natural cold pressed juice. I use my own juice right now. I'm doing a watermelon fast, right? I'm about to do a watermelon fast, and it's all watermelon juice, nut milks, and smoothies, and that's it. You know what I mean?
I remember the last time I did that, man. Every time I went to the bathroom, it was nothing but black stuff would come out. Like when I did a number 2, it'd be black. Like you want brown, it was straight. I know it's out. I remember my blood was flowing through. I could feel my blood flow through I ain't did it in about 2 years. But I'm gonna try to go on one too, man. I'm gonna get me a nice little good. My last juicer went down on the engine went out. So I'm gonna buy me a nice little good juicer, and I'm gonna go on me a liquid fast too. Only thing is,
look, Mike, MJ said lots of milk. No, so my thing is, so I got this theory called, I call it the Benjamin Button theory, and I do believe that we can reverse aging, right? And I do believe that we can extend the human lifespan way into 150 to 200 years easily if we go on a baby diet. So on the propaganda side and on the ritual side, they show you that they're consuming these kids for these magical things and magical power. But I said, but what about the Benjamin Button effect? And what was the Benjamin Button effect? When on the movie Benjamin Button, he was born old and he grew into youth, right? Well, the same thing, you can do the same thing if you get on a baby diet. What's a baby diet? What does a baby drink? Milk. If you really, really get on your grind and drink milk and milk-based things, smoothies, milk, water, tea, and you stay on them fluids and you just consume a lot of it, consume as much as you want. It don't have no calorie impact. It takes 2,000 calories just for your heart to beat 24/7. 2,000 calories every 24 hours is being burned just from your heart beating. So you ain't got to worry about the negative calorie impact because you already burning an automatic 2,000 every day. So you will want to, but the more you get on a fluid diet, what happens is your body starts to resource fluid for food. And that's when the game really kicks in and begins. Why? Because notice a baby don't need no juice, a baby don't need no meat, a baby don't need nothing. All a baby needs is milk, right? And when you think about it, what's one of the biggest, the dairy industry is a $1 trillion industry, is it not? Milk. We're just drinking the wrong milk. There's nothing wrong with milk. We're drinking cow's milk. Cow's milk are not made for humans. We're drinking animal milk, mammal milk that is not from our own mama. I can see if the industry was the breast milk, women breast milk industry, and they had women that had jobs making milk, and you sold it in the stores and stuff like that, and it was tested FDA approved milk. Hey, at least you're drinking human milk. You're drinking human milk. But soon as we go to the non-natural thing, there are two things that's natural to humans. Humans and plants. Plants are our closest of kin. There's only a 1% difference between us, and that's the difference between the movements, right? But if you go and look, milk, bro, milk is the answer. If you drink your own milk, nut milks, and I'm talking about gorge on it though, become addicted to it. You got to go hard. Y'all don't be going hard for real, though. Y'all got jobs, and y'all got that white boy over y'all shoulder, so y'all can't really go hard for real because the white boy steal our time. So when we go to the 9 to 5, like you say, 8, 10, 12 hours get burnt up.
The 9 to 5 is the biggest enemy. It's the biggest enemy. In my opinion. Let me get my charger real quick.
Bruh. And I remember, all of my 9 to 5s were labor jobs, bro. I had nothing but labor jobs my whole 9 to 5 life, from temporary services to and my main temporary service job was doing a garbage truck, man. And that's when I found out that the labor jobs are really the jobs that really move and run society. Right now, if the garbage man don't come, what's going to happen to society? If the garbage man don't make his rounds and dump the garbage, what's going to happen to society? The society going to fall. So we got to understand it's the little things that count. We got to understand those little things. Oh man, those little things are so important because what if the garbage man stopped running? That's like saying, what if you don't take it? That's like saying, what if you don't take a crap? Something bad is going to happen to you, right? If you don't take a shit, something bad going to happen to you. You got to take a shit. Listen, it's already said, if you go a day or two without taking a shit, nigga, your system backed up already. Nigga, I take at least 3 to 4 shits a day, nigga.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be. If you don't see the food, look, if you don't, you ate at 12, look, you ate at 12 noon and you don't see the food you ate before 10 o'clock, you got a backed up system. And you can tell if your system backed up, all you got to do is drink some charcoal. Drink some activated charcoal and keep taking a poop until you see your poop turn black. Count the days, how many days it took for your poop to come out black. And that's how many days you are backed up in your system of waste. But it's called waste management for a reason, and waste management run the world, bro. Everything is, listen, it's crazy your last name is clean. Everything in life is about how clean or not clean you are. The cleaner something is, the more efficient, the better it will run, so much so that they equate cleanliness with godliness. So the easiest way to spot demonic and negative energy and forces in your life, what's the dirtiest stuff going on? Whatever the dirtiest stuff that's going on, that's where you need to check life at. And wherever you got roaches at, if you got roaches start appearing in your life, you got some dirt going on in your life that you need to clean up.
And one thing, and we was talking a lot about white people, nothing against my white folk, but y'all do a lot of stuff that's uncleanly. Sleeping with dogs, washing with dogs. Dogs shit and eat their own shit. I'm against. I don't like pets, but
I seen a white girl fucking a dog before, man.
Man, I seen it too. When I was in the military, white men will wake up, put the socks they had on yesterday. They didn't wash like that. They didn't brush their teeth. They were the nastiest people I ever seen. And that's why I hate when I see black people being nasty. Man, even when I go to these houses to clean, I be so upset when there's black people live out. We black. We not supposed to be living like this. This is not what we do as black folk. When I go to a white person's house and I see them living in filth, I'm not shocked because they white folk. You know what I'm saying? So I go to a black. I went to a white.
I seen this thing. You seen that video where they were talking about how they don't use towels when they shower?
They don't wash their legs.
All right, so listen, because one of my white friends had asked me, why is it important to use a towel? Because they take the bar soap and they rub the bar soap on their skin.
Right.
They take those are chemicals in that stuff. You know that, right?
Right.
All right, so you better just lather it up and put it on a towel. All right, so the reason I'm explaining to Caucasians why you should take a shower or a bath and wash off with a face towel and a body towel, or what I like to call a loincloth, right? You're supposed to have two cloths. Why? Because when you scrub your body, you're scrubbing the dirt off. The towel scrubs the dirt off of you.
Right.
This is why you use a towel. That's why the towel is made in that cottony form. It scrubs the dirt off you. The suds in the soap also scrubs your pores. Okay? So this is why it's important for you to use a face towel, but don't use the same towel that you wipe your body with. You don't wipe your face with that. You ain't about to wipe your nuts and your ass and then take the same towel and wipe your face. Have nut ass face. You don't want that. Okay? You don't want nut ass face.
Right.
You want a towel for your body, and that's your body is your neck on down. That's your body. That's your body towel. Then you got another towel. That's your face towel. It's strictly for your face, your ears, and your neck and the upper region, and you don't mix the two. Okay? Right. And you use the towel because the towel scrubs the dirt off, white people. And you scrub your legs and you scrub your body because our bodies accumulate dirt on a daily basis. So the white people who only believe in taking a shower once a week, you might want to up it to about 2 or 3 times a week, and that'll be more safer for you in the terms of being healthy. And then make sure you put natural healthy oils and stuff in your body. Damn, let me go get my charger too. Hold on, man.
Yeah, my junk died. My junk about to die on me, man. Let me read some of these comments real quick while you're doing that. Somebody says, "Speak, brother. A reverse osmosis filter is great too. That part. This is as much on us as it on the powers that be." Shouts out to Zay. Y'all see how them folks canceled Nick Cannon's Dr. Sabi documentary? Yes, that thing got canceled and it hit the Cosmos is never coming out. That bad boy got faded to the black. We need a belt the ass movement in our community and then start building with our community for real. We do need a belt the ass movement in our community, man. But who gonna be one gripping the belt, man? It gotta be somebody. They only respect money in our community, so it gotta be somebody with some bread that they respect. We need a whole entire movement. Y'all are smart. I love it. I appreciate that. Big South Philly, I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Not washing legs is wild. Not washing your body, period, is wild. You know what I'm saying? He said all praises to the side pieces. That black chick said she was ramming Chud. Now, you know what? Yeah, she was. She did come out and say she was ramming him. That was wild. It's weird that he came across that. And she was not your average transgender. So what she was a girl who was born with a vagina and a dick, and at birth they made her choose one. So they made her choose the dick part, but her body and her face was still feminine. So she is what you would call a hermaphrodite, you know. So she was not somebody who had to go up under a lot of hormone therapy. She was just a girl. She looks like a girl, but she has a wank. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about, the chick that smashed Chud, but she's also a girl who's part of a witchcraft and stuff like that. But the girl who smashed Chud, she's one of them hermaphrodite women that has she's born with it. You know what I'm saying? So, did anybody listen to the Drake album review? I'm dropping my album review tomorrow.
Everybody riding around listening to that, man. He dropped 3 albums on one day.
Yeah. I'm dropping my review tomorrow for Iceman. I don't know about the other 2 albums, but I thought the album was straight when I listened to it. I didn't think it was wet, and I'm not a Drake fan.
I'm disappointed, man.
Why?
Drake, I am disappointed. No, that is not the way you come back after a loss like Kendrick. I don't
No,
know. I don't know. He must have changed writers ever since that. Remember that Ghost Rider he used to have, the one that
yeah,
wrote 10 bands, 20
Quentin
bands.
Miller, yeah,
What his name was?
Quentin Miller.
Quentin Miller. Ever since Quentin Miller, ever since he got exposed with Quentin Miller, his raps have fell off. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
But I don't think his album was bad. I listened to it today.
I don't think it was bad. I'm just saying that he's done better. Like, you know, like it's kind of like watching LeBron right now. You know what I mean? Like he's not doing bad, but you just got swept.
I'm with you. That's a perfect analogy. Because when I listened to it, there was not one standout song. When I mean a standout song, a song I knew was a hit. But I listened to the whole album start to finish. I didn't hear one whack song. I didn't hear one whack one. But
yeah, nah.
Every song did sound redundant.
I don't think he can make a whack. I don't think he can make a whack song. That's Drake. I don't think he really can make a whack song. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between making a whack song and then making something that people gonna remember as the soundtrack of their life.
It's definitely not the album of 2026. It definitely does not have it has replay value, but not longevity. It's one of those things you're gonna listen to for right now. It's hot right now, but in 2028, you're not about to go pick that album up.
Somebody said nothing great lasts forever. I disagree. I think everything great lasts forever. The good and the bad, that come and go, but everything great lasts forever.
Now, Michael Jackson is proving that. Why is it Michael Jackson movie dropped? My son friends all went to go see it because I asked me and my son went to see Mortal Kombat the other day, which was an okay movie. I think it was kind of ass, but the fight scenes was good. Now my son, I said, son, did your friends go see the Mortal Kombat? He said, nah, all my friends would go see Michael Jackson. I said, Michael Jackson? I'm like, we just gonna watch the documentary. Michael Jackson is a prime example of greatness lasting forever. Like still talking about
the presidents on a dollar bill are an example of greatness lasting forever. You know, and I said that to say, like, you know, we still talking about characters from thousands of years ago that we don't know if they existed or not.
Yeah, we still talking about George Washington to this day. Michael Jordan. These kids today don't watch. They never seen his games. They still buying the shoes. You look at the Grand Theft Auto games, San Andreas. That game came out in 2004. Kids today still mock it. You know, so greatness.
Yeah. And speaking of Michael Jordan's, think of this. Michael Jordan is the perfect example. Look at how long, you know, his brand has lasted, and he hasn't played a game of ball, you know, in forever. You know what I mean? Like, man, y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that share button, y'all hit that subscribe button. We got 100 people in this joint, man. Y'all like, comment, follow, share, save, like all this, man. Shout out to the DMTV2 family.
Or that's 100 people on one.
No, it's everybody combined.
Okay.
It showed me everybody combined.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So that's why I'm saying everybody just plug it on the algorithm. I'm looking at you know what I wanted to ask you, man? That's going on. What you thought about that Met Gala?
Oh, that's number one big ritual, man, of celebrities meeting up to do one big sex party at the end. The Met Gala is there to keep eyes on celebrity. They want celebrity worship at the highest. Celebrity worship is dying, so they need that at the highest. And what is another way to get eyes on celebrities than getting a bunch of them dressing in weird, crazy clothing and having us look at them and into a spectacle, you know? So that's what the Met Gala is for. I did an entire video on the Met Gala. I need to re-release. I should have been re-released it, you know, because I did a lot of good work back in the day, man. You know, I need to get back to working, man.
I know, bro. And you know what I be feeling like, bro? I be feeling like because, you know, you did so much hard work and they played shadow band games and they did on the games with you, bro. That took a lot of the fight out you, bro.
It did.
And now
the main thing to the fight out of me was censoring. You know, I can't get online and curse out Kurt Franklin. You know, that I used to love to go online and curse the people out, man. You know, and then they telling me to go to different.
I can't get online and curse out Kurt Franklin,
man. Yeah, they telling me to go online. They say try out Kick. So yeah, I do need to try different avenues. I am gonna make me a Kick channel and Twitch, but I like to do one thing at a time.
Hey man, you say too much reckless stuff on Kick, they go, man. Listen, this is what we gotta realize. This is what I gotta realize, fam. This is what I had to realize, fam. These are not my platforms. That's like, listen.
Internet.
I can't never expect to go, let's say Duane McLean got a podcast. I can't never expect to go on Duane McLean podcast saying F Duane McLean and expect Duane McLean to still air my episode.
Right. That's right.
Duane McLean is gonna say, "Nah, we're gonna throw that episode away," and I should expect that because that's his platform, and I guarantee you, you're not gonna be able to go on nobody's platform and diss them. So I had to let that sink in. A lot of the time when we be talking about certain things, we have to watch what we're talking about because we are on these people's platforms. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So nobody is gonna let you come to their house and cuss them out. Nobody's gonna say, "Yeah, come on in," and then you nigga fuck you, and then okay, let's sit down and have some dinner. Nah,
Right.
they gonna tell you to get out. You
Right.
feel me? So I had to come to terms with that because a lot of time when we be doing these exposures and we be doing all of these things and being super transparent, a lot of the time, man, we beating the dead horse anyway, and they already know what's happening anyway. The game is to be sold, not told. But most importantly, you don't want to step on the very toes that can eventually help put some money in your pocket and
Right.
further your financial goals as a man. Because especially in today's economy, man, how much the gas is by you? The gas by me is $4. The gas by me was $4.70 a gallon a day, man.
$4.15 for the gas.
$4.15.
$4.15.
Man,
87.
the gas crazy. When you think that Trump, do you think Trump is going to win that little Iran thing and everything is going to like turn up on him?
Yeah. The Iran stuff was nothing but a way to get us off the Epstein stuff. That's all it was. They don't want the Epstein stuff to come out by any means to where it comes out to where we're outraged. So let's do a war right now. And they couldn't do a virus because last time when the Epstein stuff came out, it was the virus. Now they did it. So, yeah, we're going to overcome this war. Probably by January of 2027, it's going to be over with and gas back to normal. But they understand the algorithm of life. We're under an algorithm, too. So the algorithm is highs and lows. So we're going to go through this high long enough, then we got to get to a low. So it's only a matter of time. I think he's going to overcome it.
I think in the next couple of months, I think like around that July, August, something gonna be to happen, and next thing you know, the gas gonna be like $1 and something. Like, oh, Trump.
Yep. Then we back and me eating and nut hugging. Oh my God! Thank you, Master. The gas is cheaper.
It reminds me of WWE when The Rock. He on the ropes. Everybody think The Rock about to go, and then he just get this life and does the little move. You feel the people's elbow, and they go pow. and he pins him down, pop, and when everybody looking like, oh, what happened? He was about to lose, and boom, it's all WWE, man.
Yeah, it's most definitely WWE. There was a lady, she was a judge or something, like some type of congressman, and she said that she stopped being in politics because she was up there and she did her little speech. And she was trying to get this bill passed, and they were arguing. She said, as soon as the cameras cut, everybody got out of character and started laughing. She said, so all this shit fake? She's like, yes, everything fake. She said, why am I up here wasting my time? Everybody know each other. Everybody cool.
Jailhouse story. And she not lying either. Good jailhouse story. Boom. I'm in a penitentiary, you feel me? And they make us go and work in the fields and farm and pick cotton like real slaves and stuff, right? This in Louisiana. You feel me? One day while we're out there, this mayor was running for re-election, and we out there digging and doing our thing and we hoeing. We got the hoes, we hoeing, nigga. We out here 304 and we in this bitch digging ditches and everything, working hard, sweating like a mug. Right. And here come this candidate for mayor. He comes with the construction hat on. He comes with the vest on. He grabs him a whole photo op like he doing some hard work. Take a few photos and left that shit back and left. And they got him painted in the newspaper. We looking at him in the newspaper like he's a hardworking mayor. He got in the trenches with the inmates and helped dig a ditch. And I'm like, damn, this is how it really goes. So you can just imagine at the highest level, like the Trumps of the world and, the Kamala Harrises of the world and the Obamas of the world. I can just only imagine how much theater goes into making these people look good because they're not good people, but they're horrible people, man.
They're some of the worst people. To hit a button and kill 200,000, So right now, me and you, we got dads, we live lives. But imagine somebody came in to me and said, Duane, do we or do we not bomb this country? When you bomb a country, you kill thousands of children and thousands of people, thousands of men, and you kill them, and you got to hit that button to give the okay. They do it all the time. Barack Obama killed more than Trump did. People don't know that. Barack Obama had more drone strikes than Trump. So these are some of we got sociopaths in the White House, psychopaths, sociopaths in the White House.
Yeah, I've seen a video where they said the CIA, they look for sociopaths and psychopaths they look for that tendency in the candidates to see if they're going to be worthy to be a CIA agent. They said they don't even hire you as a CIA agent unless you got some kind of anxiety or some kind of sociological or sociopathic type of disorder thing going on.
Yeah, they said, I remember I told you that time they wanted to recruit me. I almost got recruited by the CIA, man. I was an Uber driver, and the dude said, man, I like how you talk, and I like how the way you get to know people. He said, we looking for a candidate.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I tell people all the time, the Illuminati is real. I know for a fact it's real. They approached me. I just didn't join, man, because I didn't want, I'm not with the subservience and another man disrespecting me. Like that, I can't go through that. You think I did all that time in the penitentiary you think I did all that time on the streets, going to jail, so the nigga can move the goalposts now? Nigga, fuck that. You got me, man, nigga, Gucci, man, you a rat. Fuck it, nigga. Who else? Everybody. Now 6ix9ine the rat is everywhere on the TV, eating the cheese with Vlad TV, talking, man, Boosie going. I'm like, everybody going crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody going crazy right now. I don't know, hey, bro, it's boggling my mind right now, man. It's boggling my mind how Pooh Shiesty, you mean to tell me after all that time in jail, you went and risked your freedom. You went did that. Now you back in jail. You weren't even out here 6 months, bro.
Back in jail.
And no, you might not be coming out for a minute because a nigga told on you. It's over with.
You see how fast that story came in with. I told you, man, they got to keep us entertained every day.
Hey, bro, they got to keep us entertained every day. Here we got old boy coming out too. He really think he could box, man. They really got him trying to be like the top boxer dude, Jake Paul, man.
If you push to it, yeah.
Yeah, they really pushing that propaganda. Oh, I wanted to ask you. You seen my bad, we about to get up off here. But what's your opinion on Cat Williams on the Cat Williams thing, man? The Kevin Hart roast.
Nah, I was looking today. How did remember we used to look at Cat Williams like a crackhead. Remember back in 2011, 2010, Cat Williams was a crackhead to us. Like, I don't know how he catapulted to being an A-lister. Like, remember he got beat up by that 14-year-old kid. He was getting arrested. Cat Williams was a crackhead for the longest. How I feel about that roast, it was a way for them to put out information to us and say all this wild stuff so they can continue their Illuminati game. They got to tell us the truth so they can continue doing what they're doing. I like the part where Cat Williams said, Kevin Hart, you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
It's controlled opposition.
Yeah. I like that part. Cat Williams said Kevin Hart was a 6'3" white man. I like that. He said it, but I think that's that conscious swiping stuff.
Yeah, man. But so I got another question. One more question. What is it with all of these? I'm not here to offend nobody. I don't got nothing against any group type. But what's up with all of these short people that's like popping in the industry? When you look in the industry, you see a lot of short people that, especially in hip hop.
Oh, it's to come against the actual human. The black man is tall, right? And when you look at our ancestors, right, which is Anunnaki and all that, the actual black man, we was tall. It's short versus those short people are the ones who want to come against us. So that's why they've always put a short person in power.
I call it the Napoleon Bonaparte complex, right? Napoleon.
And I learned that Napoleon never existed. He never
Word?
Existed. We'll talk about on the next episode, but we'll look into it. Look it up. He's the story of Apollo. Look it up. The Napoleon.
Somebody said they put you through the gauntlet way before they approach you. I'm gonna beg to differ. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. They keep an eye on. I'm gonna say this. They keep an eye on everything. They keep an eye on every crab that's making it out of the bucket. And
I
if you
agree.
one of the crabs that make it out of the bucket, they approach you.
I agree, and then they keep an eye on everybody. But
They
heck
keep
yeah,
an eye
Doc,
on everybody, bro. Your phones right now. Man, why you think when you mention something, you say, oh, I'm hungry from some cereal. Next thing you know, you scrolling up your timeline, you see cereal. Because they listening to you. Why you think,
almost definitely.
yeah, you would look at, oh yeah, you went laid up there and you went bought you an iPhone 17, and now all of a sudden you getting all kind of offers for different phones and stuff. Why? Because they monitoring you, and they got an algorithm that monitors you, bro. So get over the fact that they monitoring you. I don't care about the monitor. If you're not living in an unjust way, bro, you know, I feel like on a lot of levels, bro, that we need to be monitored, bro, because it's too crazy. They're doing too much. Hey, I'm only saying this because America doing too much crazy stuff, bro. And in order for us, and sometimes, man, to know that an eye is watching you, you know, that put people on their best behavior sometimes when they know the camera is watching, man.
I
So
agree.
you know how people start acting, like soon look, get in an argument with your old lady and then put the camera on her. Watch how she go from acting all crazy to start trying to buckle it down.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's like that
Something
when
about
as
that
soon as you get
camera,
some
bro. But I
eyes.
know you gotta go, man.
Yeah, man, little man calling for me. I appreciate you,
Yeah,
baby.
man. I already
I'm
know,
down to go
man.
live tomorrow, man. I'm
Yeah, we're
down
gonna
to
get
go
down
live.
tomorrow. What you want to talk about tomorrow, man?
I really
What
got
y'all
an
think we
idea.
should talk about tomorrow, chat? Put it in the chat. Put it in the comment. What y'all think we should talk about tomorrow? They got a
Yeah.
few things we could talk about now. They got some stuff going on.
Hey, I'm down to go live tomorrow and Tuesday if you're ready, man. I ain't got
All
no
right, yeah, man.
plans,
Listen.
ain't got no cleanings, so I'm free, man. So yeah, hit me up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got you covered then, man. We definitely gonna link up tomorrow, man. Until tomorrow, man. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.
Have you blessed, man. I appreciate holding it down, Doc. You take care.
Peace.
You're watching Hi Magus Supreme. Comment, follow, share, save, like, subscribe, get notified. The Black Cube Codex, Saturn exposed, sovereignty restored. Aries, money, algorithms, forced money into your life today. Chakra